Hey everyone. So I want to take a few minutes here to go through the week 4 assignment 1 revising writing with you. Make sure everyone understands exactly what to do in each section of this assignment. If you have not already looked at the chapter 6 lesson here in week 4, you'll want to do so. That lesson goes hand in hand with this assignment. So it will make it a lot easier to understand what you're supposed to be doing in each section. So I highly advise that. Take a look at that lesson, watch the video, look at the PowerPoint. It'll help tremendously. But as I mentioned in that lesson, this assignment is basically like a midterm that doesn't count for as much of your grade. It's a very low stakes midterm assessment. It used to actually be a true midterm exam that was worth like 25% of the overall grade. But I don't like doing that. I didn't like that, so I decided to change it and have it be like a normal weekly assignment that is graded based on effort, not correctness. However, the intention behind the assignment is still the same, to assess what you have learned in the first part of the course, because that first part of the course is the foundation for everything we do from here on out. So it's a good time to just pause, do this assignment so that we can assess how you're doing before we get into the big stakes, higher stakes writing assignment paragraphs in weeks 5 and 6, right? So just keep that in mind. The whole purpose of this is to make sure that you have understood the 4 bases of writing: unity, support, coherence, sentence skills. But it will be graded like our weekly assignments, based on effort, not correctness, and then you will get feedback from me. All right. It is a file submission, so you will either want to download the file that I've attached, which is this right here, to mark your answers, or convert it to a Google Doc or a PDF, whatever you need to do. This is a really long one, so if you don't have a way of getting it into a file format, reach out to me before you just put it in the comments box, because that takes up a lot of space, and it's not as easy for me to see since this is a longer item. But there's definitely other things we can do. So if you can't do it as a file submission, please reach out to me first so that we can come up with a way for you to get it submitted in a cleaner fashion. All right. So here's what you'll be doing though. Part 1 is all about evaluating paragraphs for unity, and I do this in slides 5 through 9 of the chapter 6 PowerPoint here in week 4. So if you're getting stuck here in part 1, those are the slides you want to go look at in that PowerPoint, because I do the same thing in those slides. You've got, let's see, a kindergarten failure, how to prevent cheating, other uses for cars, and American technology. 4 paragraphs here, right? We are checking for unity. So that means that there's something in each paragraph that is off topic, that does not stick directly to the point made in the topic sentence. It might be information that is related to the topic, but it does not stay focused specifically on the topic sentence, and therefore it throws off the paragraph's unity. And I even tell you how many sentences to look for in each paragraph. So here in this one, a kindergarten failure, it says decide which 2 sentences are off topic. So you know already that somewhere in this paragraph, there are 2 sentences that depart, that stray away from the topic sentence. That doesn't mean that they are 2 sentences back to back. They could be, but it could be 1 sentence here and another sentence down here. 2 sentences total somewhere in this paragraph that don't belong. Highlight or underline them. This one, number 2, how to prevent cheating. Again, 2 sentences are off topic. 3, other uses for cars. there are 3 sentences that are off topic in this paragraph. Question 4, American technology, there are 5 sentences, right? Again, look at the topic sentence, make sure you understand what that specific focus is, and then read the paragraph and see what stands out to you that does not adhere strictly to that point, right? Pay attention to what I've highlighted in the instructions for each item, for each paragraph, so you'll know how many sentences to look for. All right. Part 2 is evaluating paragraphs for support. And I do this on slides 10 through 14 of the Chapter 6 PowerPoint. So if you're here in part 2 and you're struggling, go back to those slides because I do the same thing there. These paragraphs have unity. Nothing's off topic. However, not all of the main ideas are fully supported with specific and adequate support. So you are trying to find the sentences that need additional support, more explanation, more information, right? So here in this one, chicken, our best friend, there are 2 sentences, 2 ideas that need more explanation. Underline or highlight those sentences. Here in the second one, tips for bringing up children, there is 1 sentence that needs more support, more explanation. Third one, culture conflict, there are 3 sentences, 3 ideas that need more support. Right? Again, go back to that section of the PowerPoint to see how I did it with those sample paragraphs. Part 3 is revising for coherence. All right. So the paragraph below lacks coherence. The ideas are not well organized. The paragraph is describing the process you should use to find an apartment, right? It's called apartment hunting. But the steps and the supporting details for those steps are all out of order, right? So you're going to use the outline right here. See this outline, right? You're going to use that outline to show the correct order of the steps and the supporting examples that go with each step. And you want to think logically about these steps, right? You can't inspect an apartment until you've looked at what's available, but you wouldn't look for what's available until you know what you're looking for, right? You got to know what you're looking for. And then you can look to see what's available. And then once you find something that's available, then you can go inspect it. I'm kind of giving some of this away, but really think about the logical steps to finding an apartment. Every sentence in this paragraph is on topic. Every sentence belongs in this paragraph. Nothing else needs to be added support-wise. All you have to do is just, here's our topic sentence, right? So the topic sentence has already been put on the outline for you. What is step 1? Put that here. What supporting examples and explanations go with step 1? Put those here. So we know that there are 3 sentences that go along with step 1. Step 2, put it here on this line. There are 3 supporting ideas that go with step 2. Put those on these 3 lines. Step 3 goes on this line, and there are 5 supporting examples that go with step 3. So put them on these 5 lines. And then we have our point sentence, our concluding sentence, right? So you'll be using everything that is highlighted in gray right here. These are the sentences that you will be placing in the correct spots on this outline. Okay? And every sentence will have a place, every sentence that's in gray here. After the topic sentence, all the way up to the concluding sentence. Every sentence will have a place somewhere on this outline. You are not adding anything additional. You're not coming up with your own ideas. You are taking what is provided for you and putting it in the correct order. I do this on slides 15 through 18 of the Chapter 6 PowerPoint. So refer back to that if you're not quite sure how to start this whole thing. Okay. And then there is a fourth section down here that is evaluating paragraphs for all 4 bases, right? So you're going to have this paragraph here, texting. You're going to read it, and then you're going to look here at these options. Does this paragraph lack unity because it doesn't stay on topic? If so, highlight that answer. Or maybe the paragraph lacks support. If that's the case, then you'll highlight this answer. Maybe it lacks coherence. Maybe it lacks sentence skills. Or maybe it's well written, doesn't need any work done to it, right? There are 5 paragraphs, right? There are 5 answer options in each one. So, common sense might tell us that each of these 5 answers will be used once. One of these paragraphs lacks unity. One of them lacks support. One of them lacks coherence. One of them lacks sentence skills. And one of them is perfectly fine the way it is. It is your job to figure out which is which. Okay? All right. If you have questions, try first going back to the chapter 6 lesson to see if, my explanations and anything in that lesson is helpful. But I am always here if you've done that and you're still don't understand, I still need help. Please reach out. I will do whatever I can to point you in the right direction, explain things in a different manner, whatever the case may be. But again, just try your best on this assignment, because even though it is graded just based on effort, it is a great opportunity to check your understanding of those 4 bases to make sure you are prepared to do well on writing assignment 1, evaluation paragraph, and writing assignment 2, compare contrast paragraph. Okay. All right. So try to have this in by Sunday night. And again, if you have questions, please reach out.